What's happening, guys? Martinez back again. Welcome to Ask Martinez. This particular fragrance review that I'm just doing quite about now, again, giving you guys men's lifestyle tips and dating advice. This one, however, guys, this one seems to be one along the lines of Moncler and Moncler pour Homme. So I was walking through, was it Selfridges in the UK, and apparently in the UK they're saying that this is exclusive to Selfridges. Can't get this one from anywhere else. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. There were two particular bottles. One seems to be in this silver type of bottle. There was this sort of like electric sort of monogram thing going on as well. I wasn't quite sure what that was about. And also a female one. The lady who was trying to, was the individual trying to sell it, was saying, well, you know, technically they're both unisex, you could wear either or. I didn't necessarily agree with that upon smelling it, but ultimately, just going off the male one, just looking at the note breakdown, it's saying in the top notes it's got green notes, clary sage, it's got pine in the mids, and in the base you've got this sandalwood, cedar, amber, and vetiver. Now, for me, guys, I think this is the sort of fragrance that, if you were to imagine what they're trying to go for here, is that type of woodsy, outdoors type of smell, fresh, aquatic, borderline even, you could even say like a, I want to say, I don't know if it's like a, I mean, the clary sage gives it this type of pine wood. I mean, pine notes is in there as well. But imagine like pine woods that you're smelling, like this sort of green type of smell. Fresh grass. Fresh grass, I think, is probably the best way to describe it for me. Fresh grass, outwards, outdoor type of smell. It's nice, it's clean, it's fresh. I think it could be worn probably by, irrespective of age group, it could be worn. It's not necessarily an offensive fragrance, but for me, it's a little bit too, how could I say, it needs a little bit more to jazz it up. That's just my opinion. Not just, and this is my only first impression, so I can't really say it's definitely a complete no for me, but I didn't necessarily, I'm not really getting much by way of working with it, just from what I can smell. It just smells to me like a fragrance which is just a little bit sort of, again, you wouldn't notice it. And for the cost, for the price that they're asking for, I think for the 50ml, 60ml, it's near enough to about £100 according to the website. So if I look for Moncler, Selfridges, yeah, so from Selfridges, guys, if you're looking to buy it with the actual this electronic thing going on, you're looking at nearly about £170 for that. If not, you want to go for a smaller bottle, which is 60ml, is £113. In all honesty, guys, I personally wouldn't be spending that amount of money. For me, I think I'd be putting that towards, if I was really desperate to get something, probably a Tom Ford fragrance, or there are new fragrances out there which again you could consider. But for me, guys, it's just an okay fragrance. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. And I think if they came in along the lines of maybe how Versace do it, so Versace, sometimes with Versace you could be paying, if you went to the top end places, you could be paying, you know, nearly, say, I don't know, borderline even £100 for a fragrance. But if you go to slightly more like Boots, and you go to, in the UK, you go to maybe a Superdrug, if they put it in that sort of range of a designer's type of fragrance, not expecting too much, and it was roughly around about maybe, I don't know, even £50 for 60ml, or maybe £60 for 60ml, I think they'll do pretty well with this one. I don't think it's bad necessarily. I think it's something that, again, it could be worked with. If someone gave me this, I wouldn't necessarily be upset about it, but would I be paying £160, £170 for a bottle which is 150ml? I don't believe so. I think it's just the name is what's probably trying to carry it, and they're trying to associate with, how could I say, this outdoors, someone who lives maybe in maybe, I don't know, like you're used to being in an environment of maybe borderline, you know, you got a lot of cabins, and you're used to this snowy environment and so stuff, of things of that nature. It's not bad. It's not a bad fragrance. I actually do like it, but I just don't feel I'm convinced by the price point. So that's just me personally. Projection wise, again, it didn't really give me much to work with, and I did smell also the female version of it. That's slightly more of a vanilla type of vibe going on. It's slightly softer. I think in a way I preferred the female version, just because it's slightly softer, slightly sweeter, slightly powderier. But it didn't really project that much. So again, I think for me it's just a little bit too safe. I think the male one could potentially, I could warm to it over time, but I just don't think I feel convinced right about now to be spending £130 or £13, £120, whatever it may be, for a 60ml bottle, for something which is just more fresh pine wood, oak type of smell, and that's really what I get from it, guys. Couldn't really tell you about whether it's beast mode or not, because I definitely didn't get that. It's an eau de parfum concentration. I think it's just more the name, the brand. Borderline, if they went along the lines of Mont Blanc, I think they could have done something with it, but I just don't really, I'm just not too convinced just now. So they're my initial thoughts. I'm not saying necessarily a bad fragrance at all. Some people like their fragrances clean and fresh, but for me, I just don't feel there's much to go with. Again, and I'm just disappointed with that from the house. I know this is for them, they're entering that market, but I think I would have expected a little bit more from them. But yeah, that's it, guys. Moncler pour Homme. Leave your thoughts down below, guys. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Would you buy that fragrance? Have you tried it? Have you purchased it? Do you know anyone who actually has it? Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Help the channel grow. Again, guys, we're going to keep going. And again, let's get into it. Respect to these videos. Peace.